And then I mentioned my play, and he's like, "What? You have a play?" I used to believe like when you were watching movies, when people died in front of the camera, they actually died.
Which, like, a video game is like, yes, you get to kind of control what it is, but when you leave, you didn't, like, in real life, you didn't accomplish anything, right? So then I can just feel like gross. My family moved from where we live to, like, I don't know, say like Panama or something like that. It's like, well, I wouldn't know what to do to get a job.
There are a lot of people. I don't have many people who want to play with me, and I'm like,
I'll
okay,
play with you.
Okay, that sounded crazy. Mike, you heard that shit?
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Jordan Whitrock Show. I'm your host, Jordan Whitrock, and today we have a very special guest. It's someone who is a second-year grad student here at SCAD in Savannah, Georgia. I actually haven't gotten a chance to sit down and really talk to him much, but this last quarter I got the opportunity to go and see his show that he put on for his thesis. And the cool thing about that show was that it wasn't only his thesis acting, but he also wrote it. And so I really want to talk to him today about what is it like to write a full-length play. So without further ado, let's welcome to the show, Pranav Pappu.
Why am I clapping for myself? Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on. Yeah, no. We had to move this date around, I feel like so much. But I'm so glad we finally got a chance to sit down and chat.
I'm excited to be here. I definitely did not ask to be here. Yeah. I was not like, Jordan, please. I mean, I didn't text you, but yeah.
No, but it's funny because I knew that you were putting on a show, and I was like, I feel like I should wait until your show
after,
because then like I think I was talking to you a little bit about this after your show, and was just saying like I feel like yes, there's great stories of like going into the show, but having that behind you and getting through all those performances, I feel like you have a different perspective on what it takes to do that. And I feel like that's a perspective that there's probably people listening to this, whether they're at SCAD or another school, that are like, oh, if I want to write my own play and put it on, this is what it's going to have to take, you know? But before we get into that, I'd love to like learn a little bit about where you're from and how you fell in love with acting, or, why did you choose SCAD? Like all those, fun stories.
Yeah. So it all started when I was,
It started when mom and dad loved each other.
Mom and dad loved each other. The stork came.
Yep.
The stork story. No. Well, I was born in like Chennai, India. It's like one of the big cities of India. And I wasn't like raised in Chennai. I was like raised in Hong Kong and Malaysia.
Interesting.
So I was raised in Hong Kong for about like 13 years of my life.
Wow.
First 13 years. And then my dad, I think, if I remember correctly, I think he left his job. And then he was like out of work for like a year. And yeah, I mean, in Hong Kong is like one of the most expensive places in the world. So he had like enough savings for us to like live there for another year, which was crazy. Yeah. And then he got a job in Malaysia, and that's why we moved to Malaysia. It was a big move, but I didn't really feel like I was gonna miss Hong Kong because I hated my school. But
I had no friends. The teachers hated me. No,
I had a few friends, but I didn't have like as many. So I was like, fuck this, fuck this school. But then I went to Malaysia, and I just loved the space and everything. And like Hong Kong, the houses are like particularly
for those
small.
Listening, where is Malaysia? Like, how far away is that from Hong Kong?
From Hong Kong, if I remember correctly, it's like a 3.5 hour flight. Okay. I think. And I'm not good with direction. I want to say southeast somewhere.
Okay, gotcha.
So I could be completely wrong, and the viewers are like, Pranav, you idiot.
Hey, comment below if he's wrong.
Yeah, you idiot. But so we moved to Malaysia, and then joined. My dad worked for a little bit, and he didn't like his job after a while, and then he left his job, and then he got work in Indonesia, and he went and worked in Indonesia, and we were like, okay, we're not gonna move to Indonesia now. Like,
who wants to live in Indonesia? No.
Yeah, I mean, Indonesia is a very busy city, and it's like so densely populated. Gotcha. So we did not really want to move there, especially after moving to Malaysia. It had been like a year, I think. Okay. So we're like, we don't want to keep moving. So my dad kept going back and forth.
Wow.
like every weekend he'd come back from Indonesia to Malaysia. It was like a big cost, but yeah, and we kind of thought that if we were gonna move anywhere else, it'd be after like I go to college and my brother goes to college or something.
Okay.
We'd plan something like that.
Is your brother older or younger?
He's younger.
Okay.
By like 3.5 years.
Okay.
So then I went to the UK and I was like, yeah, fuck this. I don't need to deal with this shit. But
So you went to school there?
or in the UK, yeah, I went
Okay.
to college there. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Studied acting, and yeah, I totally went over your question, like how did you get into acting? But
No, that's fine. No, this is interesting. So your family is in Malaysia,
Malaysia,
right?
For like, yeah, well, I was raised there for like 6 years.
Okay. And how old are you living in Malaysia? Are you...
Ooh, I was like, I left when I was like 16. I left Hong Kong when I was like, no, not 16. I was like 15 or something.
Okay.
Like 15, 16, something like that,
Okay.
when I left Hong Kong. And then I was in Malaysia. I mean, we left Malaysia when I was like 21, 22, something.
Got you.
But I did kind of leave Malaysia a bit early to like go to the UK, study this and that.
Okay.
And yeah, I was in the UK for like 2 years. It was a 3-year course, but I did my first year online because of COVID and stuff. And it was kind of stupid because it's an acting course.
Yeah.
So like acting online,
Acting
it was
sucks.
such a waste.
Yep.
And my dad got so pissed at me. He's like, I kept saying, Dad, I want to study online.
Yep.
He said, you can just take a year off, do something. I was like, yeah, but I want to study acting.
Yeah.
I want to have something to do.
Do
Otherwise
this,
I'm not
keep the passion going.
Yeah, keep the passion. Otherwise, I want to have something to do, you know?
Yep.
And my dad was like, okay, if you want to. So we did it. I didn't learn anything because learning...
The first year or like...
The first year.
Yeah.
And maybe the 2 others after.
Wait, what school did you go to, if you don't mind me asking?
University of the Arts, London.
Okay.
At UAL. Yeah.
No, because there was another one, because I was talking to a school there for a graduate program.
Which one?
But I'm forgetting what it was called.
Oh, okay.
But what you said didn't strike a bell, so I didn't think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So University of the Arts, London. It's like, I think that's the name of the entire like art school.
Okay.
And then within that art school, they have like smaller
Gotcha.
names for like the acting department, the fashion department, the this and that. So I was in Wimbledon College of Arts. So so my college was in Wimbledon, and yeah, they had one in like Chelsea in the UK, like one campus, one in like, I'm forgetting where else, but yeah. And then so I ended up staying close to Wimbledon for a year, and Wimbledon was crazy. Like my dad was like, you should try and go watch the matches.
Yeah.
I was like, do you want to lend me the money for that? It's expensive as hell. It's like like 1,000 plus.
Wow.
Per ticket or something.
That's crazy. Although they love their
they love their
football,
tennis.
but
yeah, their football. That's how you say it, not American football.
No.
Not soccer.
Tennis.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's interesting because I guess I never thought about like tennis being
like such a big sport.
Such a big sport over there.
Yeah. It's like for the rich people.
Yeah,
like for
it's one of those rich sports that way, at that level.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Growing up and living in all those different places, does that mean you had to learn different languages growing up, or were you able to get by enough without?
I was able to get by, but in Hong Kong, I did learn Mandarin. It was like one of those like languages because I went to international school.
Okay.
So like one of the mandatory things was like you have to learn a language.
Yeah.
And so in Hong Kong, I learned like Mandarin, and for a while like I was pretty good at it. I was like, okay, I can get this down. If I wanted to, I can try and rizz up a girl. No, I don't know what I'm saying. But
he likes men. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. But yeah, don't tell that to anyone. No, but no, I'm joking. Sorry, Mom. No, but I was like, okay, I'm decent at Mandarin. This is not too bad. And I, like, once I moved to Malaysia, I kept it going, and I was like, the classes were like really small though. And I mean really small. My Mandarin class was only me and one other guy.
Wow.
And it was because our campus was so big for our high school.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was like a mix from like year 1 to like year 12 and stuff. but there weren't many students. We had like 400 students from year 1 to year 12 all throughout.
That's crazy.
There were like 400 students, and we had such a huge campus. And in my year group, in my cohort, we had like 15 students, I think.
I thought mine was small.
Yeah.
Because like I live in the city I grew up in, or like I call it like where I grew up. It's where I spent most of my years. But we had like 110 people in my class.
Oh wow.
But like I talked to the other students and like, yeah, no, like we had like 600 in my class. And it's like, okay,
600
so
as
you
in,
have
like,
600
in year
freshman year, and then like because we have it freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. It's like
Yeah.
600.
What? Oh my god.
Like,
how do you
what?
manage?
And so I don't know. I think that's like that whole idea of being a big fish in a small pond compared to
Yeah.
the small fish in the big
big
pond, you know.
pond, yeah.
But got you. Okay, so then you moved then to the UK for your year 2 and 3. Was
Yeah.
that something that you like? I don't know, because I guess you did move around a lot, but I guess that's like a Western culture. Was that a culture shock or not really?
Not really. I mean, I guess like the UK. I did like the UK, but I mean, the people there were like the people I made friends with were like really cool, really friendly, kind, all that. But then you go out at nighttime or something, you'll find the weirdos, the crackheads, stuff like that. I mean, you
Okay.
do find that
Yeah.
in like certain
Anywhere,
places here. Yeah, you'll find that anywhere. But so it was kind of a culture shock from what I saw in Malaysia because I didn't
Gotcha.
really find many of those
Interesting.
or any of those.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, like in Hong Kong and Malaysia, the laws there are like so strict for certain things that you don't get the chance, I guess, or like you don't really
Yeah.
find any of those.
Mhm.
But in the UK and like here, the laws are of course very different. So
yeah,
yeah,
because we all have our rights.
yeah, we all have our rights.
Okay, so you go to school there, 2 years in person in the UK. Is that something that like connections wise you think that helped you, or was it just like I don't know if I'd ever really go back there, that those connections weren't that valuable?
I mean, I made like good friends with like, from what I know or what the friends I made good friends with like I think the people I talked to, just one person.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I did live with like 2 people who I was like good friends with when we lived together. We had like a great time and stuff like that. But I think those 2 roommates were like better friends with each other than they were with me.
Yeah.
And like the 3 of us still hung out together. It was
Mhm.
great. But they would like, now when I've left the UK, they like go on holidays together and
Oh,
stuff like that. They like go to Amsterdam and smoke it up, and I'm like, cool, okay. I see it. Yeah. I mean, I don't do those things.
Okay.
I don't like smoke or anything.
Yep. No.
But going to Amsterdam for that, and like those 2 are just,
Yeah.
they're like really connected like that. So I'm like, yeah, okay.
Good for
get
them,
it.
I guess.
Yeah, good for them, but fuck you. I don't need you. Okay, cool.
So that whole time, your family still lives in Malaysia, but your dad was working in Indonesia.
Yeah, for a while, and then he left Indonesia because he didn't necessarily, after a while he didn't really like it there.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to open up his own business,
Okay.
and he decided to go to Dubai and do it.
Oh.
And so he went to Dubai, and then due to some like family stuff, we moved back to India.
Okay.
We moved to India to be closer to like
Yep.
our grandparents and
Yeah.
stuff like that, because they were getting older.
Yep.
Yeah, and we've just kind of been there for like the
Mhm.
last like, how long has it been? I think like 2 years, 3 years almost. Yeah, so we've been there for like 3 years, and I think later, like this year, depending on how the whole Iran thing goes, the Middle
Yeah.
East thing, we might move to Dubai now, just because our dad,
Gotcha.
like
Yeah.
every few weeks or so, he goes back and forth between Dubai and India.
Gotcha.
So we don't want him to keep doing that.
Yeah.
It is a big, like, it's a
Yeah.
lot of money.
And
So
that's taxing on your body too. You know?
yeah, exactly. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of taxing. But my dad like travels a lot, and he has traveled like
Yep.
throughout his life. He's traveled so much, so he's kind of used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But we still don't want to like waste that much
Yeah.
money. So we're planning to move to Dubai at some point.
Got you. Okay. So
Yeah.
then that means you're over here in the United States by yourself. taking on the big role of education. So you graduate from that program. Do you move back then? And then how long is it before you decide you want to grad school?
Yeah, I did move back to. And once I finished my degree in UK, I think I graduated in 2023, if I remember correctly. Or 2022, sorry.
Okay.
I can't even remember anymore. I think it's
chat if you know, just leave a comment.
Yeah, Mom, if you know, yeah. My mom will probably watch this. But I think it was 2020. Wow. I think it was 2023.
Okay.
And then a few months later, we moved to India, that same year.
Yep.
And yeah, we moved to India, and I just decided to take a break here.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, I just finished high school, immediately went to college, stuff like that. Let me take a break here, spend time with my grandparents, stuff like that. And then I was just getting so bored at home. I was like, I'm not really doing anything.
Yeah. Were you working at all or no?
No, in India, I didn't know what to do in India.
Yeah.
So,
true.
And it was like such a new place. Like, I went back to Chennai, like the place where I was born.
Okay.
And I have like so much family in Chennai.
Yep.
And they live like 15 minutes from me. So I could have asked them, but they have their own family business.
That's interesting though too, because like you kind of just don't think about that. Like, I think of like if I ended up moving or my family moved from where we live to like, I don't know, say like Panama or something like that. It's like, well, I wouldn't know what to do to get a job. Like maybe if one of my parents got a job, like that's cool.
Yeah.
It's just like,
so I just
that's kind of
I just didn't know what to do because my cousins have like a family business that they run, and it's like very they like run it, and it's like very big and successful there.
Yep.
So I could have, I guess, if I wanted to work or something, I could have asked them, but I don't know the first thing about their business. And they work with like chemicals and stuff like that. And I'd have to know a bit about chemistry, and I don't know shit about chemistry. So I was like,
you're an actor, you always know about chemistry. You start improving.
Yeah. I see what you did there. A little bit of this,
a little bit of that.
See? I see what you did there. But yeah, I'd fuck something up. They'd kick me out of the family, so stuff like that. So I wouldn't want to take that risk.
Okay. So you had your gap year then, and then you were just like.
So I had a gap year, and then like it wasn't a full year. It was about 9 months. And then I was like, man, I'm so over this. Yeah. Like I want to do something. Yep. And I remembered in Hong Kong, SCAD actually had a campus in Hong Kong.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had a solid campus, and I actually, when I was looking for colleges, I thought about going to SCAD because I toured there when I was younger. Yep. And I was like, SCAD actually looks really cool. And I thought about SCAD because I did apply for like the Juilliards, the Yales, whatever, the big stuff. And I didn't get anything. So I was like, okay, cool. And I applied to SCAD, and I was like, yeah, SCAD seems really cool. Why not? And I told my dad how much it would cost. He fell into my, I gave my dad a hug. I was like, Dad, I got into SCAD. He's like, oh, that's so good. I hugged him. I told him how much it cost, and he was like, he like fell into my arms. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, Dad. He's like, we'll figure it out. Yeah. I was like, thanks, Dad. I love you. But so, and then I came here, and I've just been here, just kind of. I started a quarter early from everyone, actually. Like I started in the spring of 2024, and then there was the summer, and then I came in the fall, and that's when all the first years who are now second years with me.
Wait, did you take it online then?
No, I was in person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you then on track to graduate though this spring, or are you graduating?
No, I'm just I've spread out my credits kind of.
Thank you.
Yeah, I spread out my credits. So now this quarter that just finished, I took like 2 classes to balance with like the thesis and like whatever. And then next quarter I'm taking 2 more classes. Okay. And then it would kind of like balance with the credits I have, and I'd finish all my credits.
So then you'll finish in the spring.
So I finish in the spring, and then I graduate with everything.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay. So then was acting something you always knew you wanted to do?
Ooh, that is a good question. I guess, yeah. I feel like when I was younger, I always wanted to do something else. Like kids always have their thing. Like
Yeah.
when they watch movies and shit, they're like, "Oh, I want to be." They say, "I want to be a Jedi," or like when they watch, like I'm sure. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see this.
They can see the bottom of it.
Yeah, he has like 6 Star Wars posters from like the prequel trilogy and
Yep.
just everything, the original trilogy.
Are you a Star Wars fan or no?
I mean, I've seen all the movies, but
Yeah.
I'm not like a mega fan that knows everything.
Yeah,
But
I'm not either. I just like, this is more of an homage to like when I started my YouTube channel, my personal one. Like it was Star Wars that like I started playing Battlefront 2, and then I was like, that's what I was live streaming, and then that's when the Obi-Wan Kenobi series came out.
Oh yeah.
So then I just made content based off the series, which like gave me the confidence to make my own stuff.
Have you played the Jedi games?
No, I just don't like single player games.
You have to play the Jedi games. They're so
He
good.
is not lying. Those games are amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
We also have Mike back in the studio.
Yeah,
What's
we have
up?
Mike back in the studio. Round of applause. Round of
Put
applause.
some
to
steak
Mike.
on it.
Put some steak on
I was,
it.
Of
I
course.
was trying to figure out a way to slide him in, and then
Yeah.
that just worked.
Exactly.
Nah, Jedi,
You
Fallen
Order and
Yeah.
Fallen
Survivor.
Order and
You've
Jedi
got to play
Survivor.
those. They're amazing
Incredible.
story games.
What if I've already seen the ending? Like I know what happens.
For both?
Just one of them, I think.
You still got to play it. The journey, bro. It's about the
We're on
journey.
a journey.
Yeah, it's about the journey.
it took me. When did Jedi Survivor came out? When
2023.
2023.
Yeah.
I finally completed it. This past summer. It took me 2 years to complete it.
Why?
Dang.
Like, did you not have the time, or were you like, I
Yeah,
want to
I
explore
was-
everything?
I was a mix of both. I did want to explore everything.
That's what we say. He just kept taking left turns when
Yeah.
he should have been going right. No.
mix
You
of
just
both.
say, how do I find
I had
myself?
I had a buddy back home that kept giving me crap because I was like, dude, I'm still on what's like the first world? I forget.
Yeah.
The
Wait,
first planet.
are you guys single player game people?
Yeah,
So did you play like Resident Evil and all that kind of stuff or no?
I played the new one. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Resident Evil Requiem. Guys, you got to play it. That
I
shit's
haven't-
so
Have you
good.
played? Okay,
It's on
I
the
have never
list.
played any of those games, but
You
I've
gotta
heard that
play
the
it.
fourth one is the best. Have you played that one or no?
I haven't gotten the chance to fully play it.
Okay.
I've played like parts of it.
Yep.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. But I mean, I think I'm just biased because I played it right now. The new one is
Yeah.
like
Okay.
so good.
Mike, what about you?
Yeah, I'm a single player. Because I mean, I got like no one. I got no one to play with, so I.
Yeah,
I'm just
But
kinda
even like
that's
you can
also
just play
true.
Like,
online
I
with
play,
people,
like-
right?
I mean, I play do you know like the Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei thing? The samurai games?
Yes, but no. Like I've heard of them, but I don't know what
Yeah.
they're about. Yeah.
So man, you got to educate yourself. These are some amazing games. But these are like amazing samurai games.
Yeah.
And they have like a multiplayer mode.
Okay.
And so I've been playing those like recently.
Mm.
Like those are the only multiplayer games I kind of play, even though they're not.
Okay.
They're like
I'll
single
play
player.
with like
Yeah.
my buddy back home on like Madden or something like that. But like,
Yep.
I'll play
Madden,
like,
okay.
yeah, I have multiplayer games, but I only play them for like the story mode, the single player.
Yeah, I love
narrative
the-
and stuff like that. but, like,
Video
yeah,
games have like some of the best stories
They really
ever.
do.
Yeah, I agree with that.
like ever. Yeah.
God of War, the Spider-Man games.
I don't know. I
Exactly.
think when I play video games by myself, I don't feel fulfilled.
Fulfilled.
Like I'll just be like, damn, I just wasted how much time? You know what
What?
I'm saying? Like if I'm playing by myself, because like it's interesting because I can sit down and watch a 2-hour film and be like, cool, that was good, even though like it was just a movie. Which is like a video game is like, yes, you get to kind of control what it is, but when you leave, you didn't like in real life you didn't accomplish anything, right? So then I can just feel like gross about like I don't know what that's just like something I've noticed about myself. Like I
Damn.
love like because I'd play like Lego games.
Yeah.
But I'd play that with a sibling, and so then it's like that's like
Okay.
that time you're spending playing the game, you know. And don't get me wrong, I've played a lot of hours by myself, like on video games. But every time I finish, I'm just like, oh, like I don't feel good. Whereas like if I play a game with someone else,
Are we still talking about video games?
Yeah.
No,
we are,
what
we are,
you
we
said
are, we are,
recently,
we are.
I was like, yo.
No. Like because like the games I like are like Smite 2,
Okay.
Dead by Daylight. These are like the most recent games that I've played. And then like when I stream, it was like Fall Guys, like Among Us, like those
Okay.
types of games because it's like community
I
based
haven't
or
played
whatever.
Among Us in so long.
I actually haven't either. I don't know the last time I have. Could
Man,
be.
I
year.
want
I
to play
never know
Among Us
what
again.
game
Or
that
like,
is.
oh, dude, you ever play Roblox?
No.
I never thought I'd ever play a Roblox game in my entire life, but my chat sometime convinced me to play it. And I was like, all right. I'm like, I'll try it one time. If I hate it, I'm never playing this game. Because like I was very anti-Roblox, right?
Yeah.
And so we played a couple games. I'm like, guys, this is mid. What are we doing here? But then we played this game called, I think it's Envoy or something like that. Something like that. Yeah. It's a World War I game. And basically what it is you have the two sides. And there's like tons of different characters you can pick from, with different fighting styles. And what it is you have to it depends on what game modes. There's like 4 different game modes you choose from each round. But you also have the ability to have shovels. And so you can dig tunnels and trenches in this game as you are fighting them on top and below to capture points as you're fighting. It is the most fun game for no reason.
That sounds cool.
But and then you have this builder who can build machine guns and walls and stuff like that. So you can build up the trenches and stuff. Cool game. But that's the only game on Roblox that I've walked away been that was really fun.
I don't know. I can never play Roblox.
I never thought so too. But then that game is more fun when you have friends because then there's medics and stuff. So if someone plays as a medic, they can follow you and heal you up and stuff Nah, that game's fire. But no,
good.
But I like playing Smite or even if I play by myself, Smite. I mean, technically, you're playing with other people in the world, but yeah, no.
I mean, I don't really play multiplayer games because I don't like the trash talk. I'm not gonna lie,
That's real.
No, there'll be some people who are oh, okay, that was fun, blah blah blah, and then if you make one mistake, they just start screaming.
Are you talking about people that you would play with, or just randoms?
Just randoms, yeah. Because there are a lot of people. I don't have many people who want to play with me, and I'm like,
I'll
okay,
play with you.
Okay, that sounded crazy. Mike, you heard that shit? That's insane.
Hey, bro's got to get his mind out of the gutter. No.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, but the way you said it, my mind's not in the gutter. It's just the way you said it.
All right, we're running a poll right now.
Okay, we're running a poll. Guys, comment how many times it's been so.
Yeah.
All the times. Tally. No, but yeah, I just play with randoms. I'll just matchmaking and shit like that. And then you make one mistake, they just start screaming at you. And I'm like, wow, okay.
No, I'm with you. That stuff sucks.
Yeah, so I'm just I'd prefer single player and just having music playing in the background. Oh, whoa, voice crack. Voice crack.
He's nervous. No, I'm just kidding.
Back in the day, me and my buddy used to play Halo 2 or Halo 3 on Xbox Live. And we would kind of just screw over our own teammates because it's so much fun. So we'd be capture the flag. So we drive the Warthog and have our teammates get in with the flag. Yeah, we're gonna win. Then we just drive off a cliff and just hear hear our teammates just freaking out and screaming because they're so pissed. It was the most hilarious thing ever.
I saw this one clip. It's so funny. This guy was playing Warzone. And he got matched with this one kid, and he was playing duos. He matched with this one kid, and this one kid, he was telling this one kid, he's like, hey kid, if we win this game, I'll buy you whatever you want.
Yeah.
And this kid's like, I want to buy my mom something cool. It's her birthday soon. And he's like, you know what? I'll buy you what you want, and I'll buy your mom that gift. He's like, oh, thanks. Let's do this. And then he gets in a car, and they're driving. He jumps out of that car and he dies. And that he drives that kid off the cliff, and that kid dies. It's so funny. Oh my god! It just reminded me of that clip. It's so funny.
Oh my god! Screwing over your own teammates is
those
a
pranks
pastime.
are so good, but
they're so evil. But
they're so evil. You're just dang, did you really do that? But then
you just
that's
have to
so
laugh.
funny from the outside.
You just have to laugh at it.
Okay, back to acting. So
back to acting.
Was it in the forefront? It wasn't for me. My whole life I never thought I was really going to be an actor.
No.
And now here I am striving to make that my goal. Is that something that was similar to you, or I mean, you moved around a lot, so I feel that's got to be a challenge to get into theater and stuff.
I mean, yeah, there weren't many theaters where I was from, and especially in Hong Kong, Malaysia, I didn't see them. I didn't even grow up with watching theater, so that's why I think I don't have I appreciate theater, but I don't know much theater. I don't know many plays. People here will just say, "Oh yeah, have you seen this play? Have you seen this play?" I'm like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. But I grew up watching a lot of movies. And so that's where my appreciation for like filmmaking and acting and everything. And I watched movies and I was like, yo, that's so sick. Like the ability to like entertain people and just get in front of the camera, play someone else, just entertain people. It's so amazing. And I used to believe like when you were watching movies, when people died in front of the camera, they actually died.
Oh, that's dramatic.
Yeah, and I was telling
Secretariat died. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh my god. No, but I used to like I used to ask my mom, he just died. Like, what the hell? It's like, no, they use like effects and stuff.
So when you were scrolling on Instagram, you're like, oh, these are really good effects.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
I know.
bad joke.
Oh my god. No, but like, yeah, and my mom would like explain it to me. No, these are like effects and shit like that. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, that's so cool. And then I would just, that kind of like built up my appreciation for filmmaking. And then the acting and like the way, I mean, when I was, this is younger Pranav brain, like stupid Pranav, like a more stupid Pranav.
Yeah.
But I used to be like, why are they crying over like the fake dead people? Blah, blah. And like once I grew up and I was like, wow, this acting is like, it's so believable. I'm able to like feel what they're feeling. And I was like, you know what? I want to try and do that. Gosh. And also I have this, I mainly wanted to like go into like try and, I like making people laugh. Like, there's nothing like the happiness you get than making people laugh.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So telling a good joke or something and that person laughs, you're like, damn, I feel good about myself, you know? So that's kind of why I wanted to get into acting, like just the ability to go on stage, make people laugh, do that. But then I kind of steered into like the drama of it and kind of expand my horizons that way. But now I'm like trying to juggle both, being able to do comedy and drama and stuff. And that's why like last quarter I did 2 plays vastly different. Yeah. Like the Vampire Lesbians of Sodom. And that was like so outrageously different. It's like I just stand there. I mean, I even got stripped I got stripped on stage. I was like the director kept throwing ideas that, Pranav, I want you to do this and this. And I was like, do I have to? She's like, well, I want you to. I was like, fine.
Me personally, well, Mike and I went and saw it. And we sat next to each other. The funniest thing still to this day for me was, I don't even think this was planned. It could have been. Actually, you'd be the person to ask if this was planned. But in the beginning, Alex is like, it goes up to the guy and like, we need a virgin or something like that to the guy in the audience. Was that planned or no? Do you remember that?
I mean, we like planned a few lines to like say to the people in the audience. Whatever their reactions were, of course, we didn't know. Yeah. So we were just improvising. That was all improv.
Because I know because it was mid-show, like that mid-first scene. Yeah. And he's like, we're looking for a virgin. And he grabs the guy's hands. And the guy just looks over at us and big eyes, he's like, oh shit. And Mike and I just lost it. And then it was like that thing where you're laughing, and then because someone else is laughing, you just keep laughing.
You just keep laughing, yeah.
But it was just the fact of like, I couldn't tell if that was improv or not.
I think Alex.
The look on his face was so gold. The way he just looked over at us. I wish I remember that look.
I don't. Yeah. I think I was just like focusing on something else. Yeah. Like my lines were like focusing on
it made me feel like the person that Alex was holding hands like wasn't a part of the show, and it was just him being so funny, like looking.
Oh no, he wasn't part of the show.
Looking straight at us, like, oh shit, like this not good. It was so funny. Mike's still laughing about it.
Yeah, but like every day we would just come up with something new. Yeah. Like Alex and I were like discussing some potential jokes, like, hey, I'm gonna try this, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna try this. And I was like, that's gold. Let's do it. Yep. But Alex is like so good at improv.
Yeah, he does have a background in improv.
Yeah, he's so good at improv. He was just going and trying stuff, and I'd have to like hold my laughter because I was like, I don't want to break on stage. Yeah. But even then, like, it was that kind of show where you could break and people wouldn't care because it's that kind of show. And we were, that opening section, that's my favorite part of the show. Okay. Like, I do love like the other parts and what we were doing. I mean, I do love the second scene where I'm dressed as the butler and stuff. That interaction we have was like really funny.
The scene when you get I don't know if you're thrown down or you trip, and then
Oh,
she
yeah, I
just
tripped.
kicks you. But then you were like, bro, she actually kicked me.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
there, I was like, well, I believed it.
Yeah, I don't know why. That was so... She did it like the 2 nights after, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I know it's coming, so I can
Yes,
prepare for it.
prepare it, yeah.
But I think that night when you guys
It
came,
was the first time she
it was the
actually
first
kicked
time
me.
she kicked me, and I was like, what
the
the...
fuck?
I was like, what the fuck? Why are you kicking me? But the other 2 nights, yeah, you guys weren't there, but
Yeah.
the other 2 nights when she did it, I flipped her off
Yeah, okay.
on stage.
Yeah.
Like, I flipped her off. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And it was... And, like, the audience started laughing. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm going to keep doing this.
Yeah. Mhm.
But, yeah, I think I was just so shocked when she kicked me.
Yeah, but I remember because
That
at
was
first I was like, "Dang, that looked real," and then you're like, "It was."
It was real.
It was real.
It was
but-
real. It hurt.
I mean, because that's impressive. So you did that show at the beginning of this quarter,
It was, like, mid-quarter, yes, week 6.
but like working up to it at the
Oh,
beginning.
yeah, working up
mid,
to it, yeah.
and then at the same time you're putting on your show.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about a little bit of the process of how you came up with the decision of wanting to do your own show that you wrote, or the
Yeah.
process of writing that?
Damn, the process of writing that. I don't know, like, for
Was
those
it
who
about
don't...
your UK friend? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I did have 2 other roommates there. No, but no, not at all. It was just I kind of got the idea from like because I've stayed with like a bunch of roommates now.
Yep.
So I kind of got the idea of like from like all the experiences I've had with my roommates and stuff.
Mhm.
And because I've stayed with all these roommates, when you stay with roommates, and especially, I feel like depending on the relationship you have with them, you sort
Yeah.
of share bits about your
Yep.
life and how it's going and stuff. So I was like, what if you share? And I was like, I became good friends with my roommates,
Mhm.
like when I was staying with them,
Yeah.
because we talk a lot and we'd like ask each other, how's your day going?
Yeah,
And then they
you-
talk about
you have
personal
to.
life.
Yeah, 'cause you're
Yeah, we
living with
kind of
them.
have
Yeah.
to because, yeah, you're living with them. So I was like, what if I write a show about, or a piece or something about
Yeah.
like stuff where, about like 3 roommates who just live together and they kind of, when their personal issues like start to take over or whatever, they kind of help each other
Mhm.
solve it because they're in such a confined space.
Yeah.
So they kind of see that something's eating each other, something's eating like each roommate up. So
Yeah.
they kind of have to do something
Mhm.
about it because they care about
Yeah.
each other. So that's what the process was. And then coming up with like each character and like coming
Yeah.
up with like their own ideas, I was like, ooh, that's interesting. So I kind of just thought of like different like personal stuff that I not personal things that I've gone through, like
Yeah.
maybe one of the things, like the idea of loneliness
Mhm.
for like one of the characters. He was like struggling with loneliness, that's why he's in this
Yeah.
relationship. That's something that I feel like a lot of people go through.
Yeah.
The idea that like they don't want to be lonely, and sometimes because of that they put themselves in this weird situation
Yeah.
where even though they're in a bad relationship or bad whatever, they still kind of deal with it because they don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
And loneliness like that can like eat someone alive. And I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, well, yeah, loneliness is like a big thing, and like that's a fear of mine, like ending up alone, like in life at some point.
Gotcha.
And so that's where I kind of like drew inspiration for that character. The
Mhm.
other 2 characters, one of them was just like an Indian stereotype. I based it off of like the pressures of success, parental
Yep.
like what's it?
Aspirations for you or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's a very like Indian thing, or it's an Asian thing.
Yeah.
Like because Chinese parents are like
Yeah.
that as well. I was talking to Casey about this, and
Mhm.
Casey was like, "Yeah, Chinese parents are like this." So that's where I kind of drew that from, and so, and I was like, "Yeah." So hopefully, if people come, and especially because I think we're in an art school,
Yeah.
and I'm sure a lot of parents here, when they were, like when their child told them, "Hey, I want to be an actor, or I want to be a designer, or a producer, or production
Yep.
designer, or whatever," it's like maybe the parents were like, I don't know about that. I
Mm.
want to try. Why don't you try this, or why don't you try that? So I'm sure they can relate to it in some way. So that's
Yeah.
kind of why I wanted that character to have those kind of traits. And then for the third guy, like grief wise,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where that came from. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, everyone kind of goes through grief at some point in
Yeah.
life. They go through loss and stuff. And I think at the time of writing, I was kind of going through loss in some way.
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly, like a few months before that, before writing, I'd lost my grandmother.
Gotcha.
And so I don't know if it was in my mind at the time, but I think
subconsciously.
subconsciously I was like thinking, what if it's about grief, and then how this person's like trying to deal with grief, and his friends are like trying to help him with that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so all this kind of culminated, and then the supporting characters were just there to like help shape the story for these three characters. And that's kind of, I wrote this over the summer, and it took like 2.5 months to write.
Wow. Yeah.
And I know a lot of people, like I know Mike here, he's been saying he's writing something.
Yeah.
And he's like for 8 years now.
Yeah, 8 years.
Yeah.
It's finished. I just have to,
It's
revise,
finished,
but it took 8 years to do.
Well, yeah, like I've talked to a lot of writers, and they're
Yeah.
saying like their stuff, they've been working on it for like a year or two, or like a long time. So
Yeah.
when I told people like 2 months, I was like, wow, I kept like maybe overthinking. I was like, did I do a decent job in writing this because I wrote it so fast?
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing something? But based on the feedback I got from the performance and like what people said, I was like, I guess I did all right.
Yeah.
And this is the first thing I wrote, so
It's impressive. To be like to write something so long. It was my like I think a lot of times early writers can peter out after a certain point, if that makes sense, right? Like you can make a good 30-minute something or other, but to reach that 2.5 or whatever,
yeah,
that's definitely a challenge that can just be there because of that, So when I watched it, I was very impressed with that. But so you wrote it over the summer. Was that kind of like your thing that you did over the summer? Was just sit down and just keep writing?
Yeah, I had a writer's block in between, and then I was like, let me just game. So I was gaming, and then I came back to it, and I was like, no, I need to set a time for myself for when I want to finish this. I finished it. I had a draft. Then I showed it to some people. They liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bobak, who's been a guest on your show, he gave me some brutal feedback.
Okay.
And he was like, I changed this. I changed this. Maybe add something for this character, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? That's good feedback.
Yeah.
And so I added like 20-something pages to the play to like give some characters more depth and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that took like a few more weeks. So overall, like it took 2.5 months to fully write the play. And I was like, I think it's good now.
Yeah.
So,
what was the process in casting and in finding people to play your characters you create? Because I think that's unique, right?
that is very...
Because a lot of times it's like, oh, I'm going to do Glass Menagerie, so I need someone to play Tom, Jim, all that. It's like, but they're not my characters. It's characters Tennessee William wrote. But these are like people that you've been in the room with. You've sat with them and talked about their stories, in the sense of the characters you've created. So like giving someone that job is make this person come to life. I feel like it's got to be daunting a little bit just because you're like,
it was so terrifying. I mean, we cast this play over the winter break.
Okay.
Because during the fall quarter, I was kind of like, okay, I didn't even know if I wanted to do this as my thesis.
Mm-hmm.
Because for your thesis, you can either be like, well, for your thesis to count, you'd have to either be like one of the main characters in the play and have like significant stage time.
Yeah.
Or do a short film or direct a play or like, or be like multiple characters. If you play multiple characters and don't have like the most stage time, you can still write about it because you played multiple characters, and like coming up with different personalities and the work behind that, you can still like talk about it, and that can count. And so when I was cast in Sam's play, I thought I'd use that, like the vampire lesbians. I thought I'd use that as my thesis.
Okay.
And I was kind of banking on it. I was like, before I went into the casting, the audition for that, for vampire lesbians, I was like, Sam, I need you to cast me in this because I need something for my thesis. She didn't say anything because she was like, well, we'll see how you do. And then I was like, I was giving it my all. I was like, making people laugh left and right. I was like, okay, this is good. I stayed in that audition room for like 4 hours.
Damn.
Like I was like in the room, then waiting outside in the room. And then I told Sam, I was like, Sam, I need to go. She was like, okay, fine. Okay, you can go. And then I got cast in it as those two characters.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, thank God.
Yep.
But then when I talked to Scott Smith, I told him my idea for like using these two, and he was like, yeah, you can use it. Yeah, I don't know how much you'd have to write about this. Yeah, you can still use it. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I mentioned my play, and he's like, what? You have a play? Why don't you tell me about it? I was like, oh, okay, shit, okay.
Yep.
I didn't want to do it because it was so much work.
Yeah.
I had so much to do, like the props. I was like basically a producer on this, but there was like so much work. That's why I was like so hesitant to do it. I thought I'd just save the script for like something. Yeah. I'd like throw it at Hollywood and see what they wouldn't take it, but I'd like see what. But so I talked to Scott, and Scott was like, "That sounds like a great idea. It sounds like a really good play. You should do it." I was like, "How do I get a director?" And we said, "I'm sure some second-year grads from last year are still here. Why don't you reach out to them?"
Yeah.
They're probably still here. They'd want to direct. So I reached out to the first person.
Yeah.
Kirsten, who directed the play.
Okay.
I reached out to her because she's directed me in a play before.
Yep.
And she got back and was like, "Yeah, I'd love to." And I was
like, what's interesting is, so I got to go to one of those second years at that time. That was when what do they call it? Like when you go into one of the classrooms bro, I'm blanking. Holy cow, I'm malfunctioning so bad now.
How do you describe it?
You go to like a class to see if this is a school you want to go to.
Oh, like you tour.
Yeah, but there's like there's a word for it, and I'm blanking on it, and I've probably said it a million times on this show too. But anyway, but when I was doing that, it was Prosky's class, and I think she was in that class. Maybe not.
Kirsten?
Right? Because she would have been a year above you, right?
Yeah, she would have been the year above me. Maybe.
Was she acting or no?
Yeah, she wasn't acting.
She might, because it was a room full of that class.
Yeah.
Was when I went, but which would have been half of them.
It might have been her, yeah.
But maybe not. I can't remember now. It's been too long. But, okay, because she looked familiar, but I was like, I don't remember her being in, because at first I was like, is she in a second year right now? And I was like, I just had no idea that.
No.
But, okay, that makes sense.
But.
Got you.
Yeah, and I forgot where I was. Damn, what was I talking about?
Talking about the roommates. You are producing it.
Yeah.
You were looking for a director, and Kirsten was the first
one.
Director.
Yeah, right away. Clutched up.
Damn, I'm forgetting. Where was I? Oh my god. Well.
Long story short, we need to play video games together.
We need to play video games together. Yeah. But yeah, so I got Kirsten. Oh yeah, the casting thing. How did I cast?
Yep.
Yes, that's the question. So yeah, once we did that, then once Kirsten came on, the whole thing kind of got into motion. We sent out the casting call, and over the winter break, we got some audition tapes and stuff. I think I sent it to you guys like the first years.
Yeah.
Not many people got back to me, and I was like, okay, I feel you. Okay, you try. I'll try an audition for yours. Like, let me see. I think I asked you as well. Mm-hmm. Because I was like, I think you can play one of the people. I was like, I think Jordan can do it. And then you didn't get back to me. I was like, okay.
No. I talked to you in person.
Yeah, in person. Yeah. And then you didn't get back to me.
Yeah, then I was like, I don't think I'm auditioning.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, but then I got it like a bunch of, and I kind of, because most of the people that we got were auditioning for Ava, the toxic girlfriend.
Well, there's so many more girls than guys on campus too, period.
Exactly, yeah. So they were mostly auditioning for her. And I was like, damn, okay. I mean, we also had like the mothers in the play, but they were mostly auditioning for her. And I was like, that's so interesting. So it was, I think our main thing was like trying to cast the perfect Ava.
Yeah.
And, like trying to cast
you have
the perfect.
So many options in a good way.
There's so many options. But trying to cast the perfect toxic girlfriend. And then when we found Sydney, who ultimately played her, I was like, yeah. I like something in the audition tape. I was like, yeah, I can see her doing it.
Okay.
And I was also like, I was watching each audition tape, and because we didn't get so many, I was like, I kind of have to do with all of these, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Because they're all amazing actors. But with everyone that we got, it was more so about who do I fit with who.
Exactly.
Which characters. So then I actually asked my mom, because my mom is, my mom was with me, and I was like, Mom, who do you think could play?
An outside perspective, yeah.
Yeah, an outside perspective, exactly. And Kirsten and I were like messaging all the time, and I was asking my mom, I was like, Mom, who do you think could play who? Because my mom knows the script as well. Like, she read it, and she was like, I think this person could play this could. I was like, oh, that's so interesting, because, and we had like this big talk. I was like, yeah, I don't think this person could play this. I don't think. It's so interesting that you say that. Needless to say, I didn't listen to my mom. No, I'm checking. But yeah, I listened to some of her decisions, other decisions. Like,
but that also just like opens up your mind and tells you like, do I really want it this way? Because if I disagree with you, then that's like, yeah, no, I really want it this way. Like, I'm okay with this decision. Like, this is what I want. You know, I feel like that helps solidifies that a little bit more. You know. Yeah,
exactly.
Makes you take a stand.
Yeah, exactly. And when I was like disagreeing with my mom, she was like, okay. I was like,
last
okay,
time I'm gonna help you.
Yeah, last time I'll help you. And I was like, okay, Mom, I'm just asking for your help. I'm sorry, but yeah. And then Mike came along like week 7, like 3 weeks before the show was going on, and that was like a great addition. And he helped out, and he became one of the main stars in the play. Yeah, and
I remember because obviously Mike's helped me with my podcast, so like I remember him being like, yeah, gotta start. I think I'm helping out with Pranav's show, you know, like I'm just understudying. What was the role you were understudying at first?
It was Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac.
And which character was that?
He's the
father.
He's the strict dad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's who you were understudying first.
He was understudying for that because the actor, DC, we had some like scheduling issues with him. Sometimes he'd come, sometimes he wasn't able to because of his job. So we were kind of worried that, okay, would he be able to, like, because he hasn't like showed up so many times, he maybe won't know the blocking as well or whatever. So we got Mike as like an understudy. Who would be
I honestly thought you guys changed your mind, because I remember when we talked on the phone, when we talked on the phone for, I want to feel like it was like close to an hour.
No, Mike and I talked for like an hour. And he was like, I didn't even know Mike was like super interested until like he was introduced to me and like was like, hey, Mike hasn't like acted in a while, and we probably need an understudy. Do you want to have him? And I talked to Kirsten, and Kirsten was like, an understudy is probably a good idea. Yeah. So I talked to Mike for like almost an hour. And we were just talking.
Dude, I remember thinking like some time did go by. Some time
did
go by. It was like 3 weeks, and I was like, oh well. And then And then I think the day when we shot.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
When we shot my episode on the show here, I remember it was Super Bowl Sunday, and I remember telling you, Jordan, I was like, I don't think that's gonna happen, but like,
oh, you're right.
And then like 4 days later was when you I think you texted me and you reached back out to me. Oh, you want to do the show? I was like, oh, all right, cool, let's do it.
Yeah, I think it was because. So what happened was, once I talked to you and was like, I think we should do it, to Kirsten, we had a talk with that actor, and was like, and he said, I think my schedule is a bit more sorted now. Yeah. And then Kirsten was like, okay, I think we should give the actor one more chance, and just see how it goes. I was like, okay. And I think I felt so bad, because I was like, how do I tell Mike now that we don't need an understudy? How do I tell him?
Well, you kind of have an understudy in case something happens.
No, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I hate confrontation, like awkward moments. And
dude, I'm
shit
the
like,
most non-confrontational guy. You could have been like, "Hey, man, thanks. We went to another direction." I'd have been like, "Cool,
No, exactly.
I'll see you when I see you, man.
No.
Let's go."
No, exactly. But yeah, but like I had never like talked to Mike before that.
Yeah.
We had that hour-long talk because we were like kind of getting to know each other. And,
But
like,
we
theater
met
and
we
stuff.
met at T's birthday.
Yeah,
T's
we
birthday
didn't
celebration.
like talk much there.
No, we didn't. But we just exchanged a few words. Just what's up?
We
Where you
exchanged
from?
a
All
few
that
words.
stuff.
So, but that was like the longest talk we had.
Yeah.
And then once that happened, I was like, how do I tell Mike? Should I just not tell him? And I was like, maybe I just shouldn't tell him. So I didn't tell him.
That would have been fine
And then-
too. My feelings would not have been hurt. I'm like, all right, cool. They went
And then
another direction, whatever.
and then Kirsten, I think that actor missed one more rehearsal, and Kirsten was like, we need an understudy, and I was like, okay. Hey Mike, do you wanna hop on? He was like, yeah, sure. I was like, yes. He's not angry at me. Yeah, then we got Mike, and Mike was like super awesome. And there was like a certain complication 2 days before the performance, and Mike jumped in.
Which was kind of
Super
clutch
gracious.
to have someone that's like kind of familiar with the show too.
Exactly,
you
yeah.
know?
He was like familiar with the show, like what the character was like and stuff like that. What that other lead character was like, and we were lucky we had an understudy, because if we didn't have Mike, or we didn't have like just someone else like on hand, my head would have exploded. I'm not gonna lie. Like just
Hey, but you still had the lesbian vampires to fall back on.
yeah, exactly. Vampire lesbians, exactly. But it was like, my
Could
God.
you put like Kirsten in the role? Just Maxine?
I mean,
instead of Max?
Maxine, I guess. No, there are women who go by the name Max as well.
I mean, true.
I could have, I would have just told Kirsten, please, just
You're in
put your acting shoes on. She would have probably done it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's had to do that like a few times.
Got you.
Like just step in and read the script and stuff like that.
So after writing this and looking back, do you think that writing is something that is in your future? Like you're like, wow, I really enjoyed writing that.
Yeah.
Even more than acting, or is it like no, acting still first?
Yeah, acting still first,
Okay.
definitely. But it's always good to like broaden your horizons and like have more skills to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually working on like 2 more plays.
Oh.
Like at the moment, like after I finished writing The Roommates, I was like, I have ideas for like 2 more things. Let me start writing. And I stopped them both just because I had writer's block, and I was like, I don't know what else to add to these like yet, because they weren't like making much sense after
Are they like
while.
contemporary, like current day, or
Current
Okay,
day.
yeah.
Yeah. I can't write old shit, bro. Like I can't even act old shit. Like like Shakespeare and stuff. There was like, where art thou? I'm like, what is this language? Like, no disrespect to Shakespeare, please don't kill me. But
he's coming back for you.
yeah, he's coming back for me. But like Shakespeare is like so intricate and stuff, and the language is so.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as you can see, I can barely speak English, but so like old English, nah, bro.
Yeah.
I can't do.
I don't know. I think it's something I could do, but I just need to learn it, which like is the class literally that we're taking next quarter is the Shakespeare course. So it's like it'll be good because I'll really be able to learn. You know,
who are you taking that class?
I have it with Joan.
Oh, you have it with Joan.
Yep.
That's good.
Yep.
She's gonna
She's gonna make sure we're doing it right.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Looking forward to that. But
yeah.
No,
and you're gonna analyze that shit.
Which like I think is good because it's not so much like for me. I just need to keep my weakness in my acting is preparation.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to do it the way that works for me really well. And so like that's what I'm doing right now because now I'm getting all these new versions or different ways to do it. So I'm like trying them with different projects. Yeah. And I'll be like, that didn't work or that worked, you know? And so I'm excited to see how she has us break down Shakespeare and if that's something I can use for a different script, you know?
Yeah.
Or at least just have something to break down Shakespeare because it's so dense.
Shakespeare is like in my way tough. Yeah.
Because especially with Shakespeare, like when I think of like the times I've done Shakespeare, I'll like be like, okay, this is definitely what it's about. And then it's like,
It's not.
either the show is happening, like we're already doing the show, and all of a sudden it just hits me. It's like, oh, that's not what this is about. You know like what I'm saying? But it's like, oh, I thought I already was taking the step deeper than what it was presenting. But it's actually one more step deeper. And so like you just need that trained person to train you into like really analyzing and seeing what it is. So I'm looking forward to that. Because I just, don't know how to do it. So
Shakespeare is so tough, man. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, fuck it. I'll say it. I don't like Shakespeare, but no, because I was like, should I say something controversial? But I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Like I don't really like.
I actually don't feel like that's that.
It's not that because a lot of people.
There's a lot of people that don't like Shakespeare.
Yeah, there are a lot of people who don't like Shakespeare. I mean, I respect his work, and
I bet the next thing you're about to say is you think ballet and live stage
Oh
performance.
hell no, no. Okay, that's too controversial. I can't say that. No.
You're thinking it though. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Like I respect ballet and opera and stuff.
Dude, honestly, okay. This is how I feel about that whole situation that went down.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't cancel me. Is he wrong? No. Is it something that should have been said out loud publicly?
Probably not.
No.
Right before the Oscars, too?
Yeah, exactly. Like, in my brain, I'm like, is he wrong in the sense of, like, is it a dying art? I think in the grand scheme of things, there's so many more versions of entertainment that there was before that's the reason it's dying. And it's not so much that people don't like it. It's that they'd rather watch a YouTube video or they'd rather go a movie. That wasn't available when ballet was, like, at its peak. Of appreciation.
He said ballet and opera, right?
I think so,
or was
yeah.
it just ballet?
Yeah, ballet and opera or whatever. Yeah. Just that medium of entertainment.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, if I was a performer, I'd be pissed off too. Because I'm like, I dedicated my life to this art form. I think it's like so empowering, beautiful. Like, I get that. But then it's like the audience members. It's like, well, if you're pissed off, like, then go to the ballet. Like, then keep going to those shows. Because that's what proves to it that it's still loved. It sells out every night.
Who said what now?
What?
Who said what now?
Timothy Chalamet.
I'll let you describe it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to like.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Timothy Chalamet said something like ballet and opera is like overrated.
It's a dying art form,
and it's a dying art.
And he doesn't want to be a part of it because it's not that.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
The thing is, like,
you could look it up, then make sure that we got it right. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, though.
It was something along those lines.
What's funny, though, is I was watching that Variety thing, like, when it came out, like, first, but I never finished it. So I never got to that part of the video. And then, like, 2 weeks later, of course, when everyone, like, actually starts finding it and, like, starts posting about it, then it blows up. And I'm like, where did he say that? And then I'm like, oh, I never finished that video.
Yeah, you didn't finish that video.
I never finished that video. That's on me.
That's the thing. Apparently, he has people in his family, like, generations of his family, who are ballet dancers.
Yeah,
so, like, his grandma
and he went to an art
his
school that was
mother
very much like dance, heavy or whatever. I think that was part of it. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. I think like, and he even admitted, he's like, I shouldn't have said that public. Like, that's on me,
So apparently he claimed that no one cares about the art forms today.
Yeah. But I think he said like he found like 14% of viewership of his stuff like went down like since he said it. So then someone was telling me that like operas were like, or like opera houses or dance houses were like had their tickets and they had like 14% off if you put in the code Timothy Chalamet or Chalamet or something like that. I was like, that's clever. That's clever.
Funny. Yeah.
No, I mean, obviously
they are very expensive as well.
That's the thing too. It's like that's the issue with like stage. Anything live is like, first off, it's a commitment to leave the house. Like that, just say what it is. If I'm on YouTube, it's to have someone go on YouTube and click this podcast episode. There are so many things to have that not happen. So the fact that happened is like awesome. Now just take it a million steps more. I have to leave my house. If I have kids, I have to find a babysitter. Also, I have like maybe 1 night or 2 nights a week that I have off that I don't have work or have to think about getting up early. Yeah. So if I have that free time, what am I going to use with that free time? Right?
You want to like relax or something.
Exactly. It's like, okay, so then I'm going to like travel. If I live in the suburbs, I got to travel like 30, 45 minutes to get into the city where there's busy traffic, where I got to go then spend money on parking, find parking, and then only to get to the house to then do the ticket, go to it, and it only lasts like an hour, 45, 2 hours, or whatever that is. I don't know how long the average show is. So if I'm wrong, comment below.
It's usually about like 2 hours.
But it's like, okay, and then after that's done, like maybe spend more money going out to eat, or like I just go back home. And so I spent like half the time just trying to get to the event.
Especially in like New York and stuff. Like,
and so it's like
busy.
I see the value of like, or not the value, but I understand why cultures today, like people, younger generations are just like don't have appreciation for that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But it costs so much money. It's like, well, I wouldn't be able to afford to go to that. So how could I learn to love this art form that I can't even afford to go and attend? You know.
Yeah. And it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you find something? He's just
No.
gonna piece up.
You just put your finger up.
Dude.
I was like, damn.
No, he was just giving me a timestamp. We're good.
Oh, okay.
But I thought he was looking at the computer.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, I did find something, but it was just like, oh, his comments. That's it. Nothing profound.
Wait, say it again.
I found something earlier. It was just like what I said earlier. Just like his
yeah.
comments. That's it. Nothing profound.
No, I don't know.
yeah, it's just like I've seen opera and it's like so impressive. Like the ranges
Yes.
they hit and
Yep.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's so impressive, but like I was thinking to myself while watching this, this is an experience I'd see
Interesting.
once.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something I'd see once, and then I don't know if I'd see it again.
Which
unless
is
I
kinda,
have a super hot date that I'd take. Yeah, but otherwise I don't think I'd see it again.
It's very interesting. Like I think of like Broadway shows, right? And like same thing.
Yeah.
If I go to a Broadway show and I see it, like I'm probably gonna see it once, you know.
Yeah.
Especially if I live in that area, and then after that, maybe again if it was really, really good, like a Hamilton, like you see Hamilton when it first comes out.
Yeah.
I might go see it again, but then I probably won't go to that show again, which is why then like shows only run for so long.
They film a lot
know?
of their Broadway shows now, don't they?
I don't know about that. I don't know how
I know-
common it is.
I mean, isn't Hamilton filmed?
Hamilton is, but I think they planned that
Oh, they
way in
planned that.
advance though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other ones that were.
I don't know if others are filmed then.
There was one more that was filmed, but I don't remember. What is it?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I have no idea. I thought there was one more that filmed it like Hamilton style. But
Yeah.
no, we just.
But
learned
there's
to-
a lot of like film theater, and I don't mind watching that because I don't
Yeah.
want to go there and watch.
Well, especially if you're. That's the thing too, right? So it's like I live in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I'm not going to New York to Broadway. Like
Yeah.
that's
It's an experience. It's
exactly. So like the
something-
one time I went to New York, I went to 2 Broadway shows and then an off-Broadway show because it was like I'm here to go see that, you know. But that was like 3 years ago. And
So
it's
it
like,
says most Broadway shows are filmed, but usually for archival purposes
Yeah.
only.
Okay.
And then maybe
oh, you know what? It's
to
probably-
stream on like Disney Plus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's mainly for. So I was in my dance class. This is me throwing this out. This could be totally false, but in my dance class, they were talking about how like there's certain like choreography numbers that are like you can't find the choreography except for like finding someone that was in the show, the original production, and then
Oh.
asking them like, hey, what was this choreography for this one number in this show? And then they take you through, so you can do like the original, like West Side Story is like a very famous like choreography
Yeah.
by Jerome Robbins, and it's like, but I don't think this was an example, but it's like if you don't like you have to do that choreography if you do the show like that his way, otherwise you can't do anything close to resembling what he did.
Wow.
But it's like there's shows that are like way older that like there is obviously no recording of it, so I'm curious. I wonder if that's like a thing of like say a revival comes up back for a show.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we could just look at the archive to see how they did the choreography, so we don't have to
And
bring
then
in,
try and, like,
you know,
follow
whatever
that
that is.
choreography,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like allow our new choreographer to like do a little bit different, but keep it close to resembling what it originally was. So I'm curious on if that could be a reason, or if I'm so far off the ball. But yeah,
That's so interesting. Yeah.
yeah. But we just did our my dance final for musical theater dance, which was a really great
Yeah.
class.
How was that?
That was a really great class. Like for someone like me who doesn't dance, like I just never actually danced. And so it's like
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
I
sing
hate-
and act.
I hate dancing.
But if you want to do musicals in the real world, you got to be able to dance, or at least keep up. And so that class was really good because it taught me, you know, okay, we had our ballet unit, then we had our jazz unit, then we had our tap unit, and then we had our, you know, so it's like I had to learn how to tap. I had to learn the style of jazz compared to ballet. And so now if it's like I'm auditioning for a show and they're like, okay, we want something more like Fosse, it's like, okay, I know what that means, you know, and things like
Okay.
that. But we had our final, which our final was like a mock audition. So we had to learn, we just learned 3 choreographies.
Choreographies.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Like ways, like 3 songs, and we had to learn them for the class period, and then we performed them or whatever for like if you would, move on to the next round. But Hamilton was our contemporary, which was kind of fun because like most show, like West Side was our ballet for our actual class, like ballet unit, so that was fun just because I know West Side's. But like most of the other ones, it's like I don't really know the shows too well. But then to like do Hamilton, it was like, oh, that's like cool because like cool, I kind of know the words to it, like. But
were you like kind of singing and dancing?
Yeah, of course I was, because I was like jacked up. I was like, bro, I actually know this one. All the other ones I have no idea, But no, like that class, if you're watching this and you are currently at SCAD, like, and you have the option to take that and you're interested in music theater, maybe you're not a big dancer, take that class because it's a crash course on how to do it. So that's my recommendation. But
I can't do that. I can't dance to save my life.
Is musical something that you like?
Hell no.
Yeah, so that just
makes it easy. I guess that makes sense. But for musical students, it's probably makes sense to take that. That vampire lesbians dance, like at the end.
Oh yeah.
We had that choreographed dance. I didn't know we were doing it, and then Sam says like a week or two before, like we're in rehearsal, and she's like, "Oh, we have a dance, by the way." I'm like, "We have a dance? When?" And then I'm like, "Okay, if we have a dance, let's choreograph it, whatever." And then we start twerking and shit. I'm like, why are we twerking? What's happening? What's the purpose of twerking?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Dude,
Mom, where are you?
Help.
Help.
I need somebody's help. Sorry.
And then I was like so shy. I was like doing it. I'm like, why am I twerking?
But it kind of works with the character.
It kind of works, yeah. It kind of works, but... And we had to be like super flamboyant and do it. And the music was so fast.
Yeah.
Like initially, we slowed it down when we were doing it, but for the final one, because we realized no one could keep up. So like not a single person could keep up. So we had to slow down the music. But the music was so fast. Like once we all learned it, we tried it with like the fastest music. No one could do it. And we're like, oh shit. Okay. And Sam was like, we have to slow down this music.
We learned a number for our contemporary unit. We learned a part of Smooth Criminal from the MJ musical. Oh, yeah. So fast. It was wild. I'll maybe after this episode I'll like show you a video of like that what we did. But I think we maxed out at like 85% or like 90% for the actual performance, which was still kind of too fast for me. But it's like to think about, you take it up 10 more %, like wild. Also, I feel like in that unit it got squished a little because we had classes that we missed and stuff like that, so it kind of got squished towards the end. And so like instead of maybe getting 3 full rehearsals, we got like 2.5 full rehearsals.
My God.
Yeah.
But like Michael Jackson was just like, he was crazy, like the way that guy moved and danced and like. Oh my God.
I was telling Mike I looked at a grade I got for my test for the contemporary one, and I thought I bombed it, but apparently I got 95. I was like, oh wow, that doesn't make sense, But there was an extra credit question at the bottom, and it was like, who like choreographed the MJ musical or whatever, and I was like, I didn't remember. I actually jokingly said it before we took the test in like the class. I was like, guys, watch the bonus question be like, who like choreographed the MJ one, and of course it comes around. I'm like, I was like, I don't remember. And so then I was like, inspired by Michael Jackson. I was like, so like I feel like she had to give me some bonus credit for that, because like, am I wrong? Like, I'm not saying he wrote it, but he was the inspiration for it.
Yeah, it was inspired.
But yeah, do you have any projects coming up, or are you slowing down?
I mean, I have nothing coming up. I mean, today I did audition for there's that Glenn Powell movie that's shooting.
Oh yeah.
So I auditioned for that today.
Yeah, sick.
Like it was like for a limo driver or something.
Oh, okay.
But and if I get cast in it, I mean that would be really cool.
That's
I'd
sick.
play like I don't know. Have you seen How I Met Your Mother? Like
yes,
that show?
but
do you know Ranjit, the limo driver? He comes in like almost every episode.
No.
Nah, okay. I'd just play it like him. Like,
does that bother you, the stereotypical stuff, or no?
Kinda, but at the same time, I just kind of live with it.
So it's like something that you wish was not a thing, but because it is a thing, you're like, huh?
I mean, that's just Hollywood is just kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's just kind of always been like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the one thing that just came to mind, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah.
Like, if you remember that movie, there was that one Chinese character. I forgot his name, but the way he acted was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's so racist.
Yeah.
I could not believe my eyes when I was watching it. And, like, there's so many, like, different stereotypes that are portrayed in movies and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't really, like, beat them. You
Yeah.
just kind of have to deal with them because that's Hollywood is kind of like that.
Yeah.
They are kind of trying to beat them and, like, have characters play different people,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Or have, people play different characters. But it's still kind of similar, I guess.
Yeah.
And you have to just kind of deal with it. So although it does, like, kind of bother me, and, like, the whole typecast thing, like, being typecast as, like, one part, it does bother me because I'm like, I feel like a lot of actors should be, like, able to show their range and stuff. Like, if you're like, oh, I only see this person play, like,
for like a neutral role.
Yeah, I can only see, like, this person play, like, the best friend or, like, the neighbor or something. I feel like that's kind of limiting. Like, I guess if you're breaking into Hollywood, you can break into Hollywood, like, playing those roles.
Yeah.
But it is kind of sad because you don't want to be typecast in just those roles. You want to try and expand your horizons because that's the kind of actor I want to be.
Yeah.
Like, I want to try and, like, I don't want to just be, like, the awkward friend or, like, the awkward this or that or, like, the I don't know what else I'd be branded as. Like, I think I'm forgetting. But I want to try and, like, play different types of characters. Like, I mean, if I was to play, like, a serial killer or something, that would be very weird, but it would be a good challenge, I guess, as an
I love
actor.
how that's the first thing you pull up of, like, if I got an opportunity to play any character, I'd love to be a serial killer.
Serial killer, yeah.
Not that it's typecast at all.
Yeah, not that it's happened. Yeah.
You don't want to play Fez. Instead, be a serial
Fez,
killer.
yeah, like from the 70s show.
That 70s show, yeah.
Yeah, that 70s show, yeah. That is, like...
That's gotta be there, too.
That typecast was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that stereotype Fez. Yeah, don't check my attic, though. Yeah, for the serial killer stuff.
This is the attic, so...
Yeah, I mean, my attic. But,
Yeah. Actually, could probably pass as, like, Wilder Valderrama's, like, younger brother with the haircut.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
That is kind of racist. No. What? No, I'm joking.
Hey, you know what? And that's why we write our own stuff.
He's not Indian.
Yeah, but you're saying we look alike. That's what you're saying.
I said you guys could be related. You guys could be like brothers.
Okay, never mind. Forget I said anything.
Hey, and that's why we write our own content. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's why we write
our own
content.
stories, our own characters.
You see,
and stuff.
That's why, like, in the roommates, I gave myself the grieving guy who drinks alcohol. I don't drink.
Yeah.
So
that was a challenge.
Yeah, and that was a challenge, and I think I did a decent job.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully, and so yeah, I gave myself that character because I know if I asked, like, anyone else, they'd be like, "Yeah, I don't think you could play that character."
Okay, if you think someone else were to cast this show, this could be the last question. But
yeah,
what do you think you would have been cast as that role, or do you think you would have been cast as, out of the three roommates?
I would have been cast as, like, either Cole, like the guy with the toxic girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see myself being cast as him
more than the Max.
More than Max,
yeah.
Like the guy who just loves his music.
Yeah.
Because I do love music. Like, I used to play the drums and stuff. But yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. And with that, we can take camera 2. Thanks, everyone, for watching this episode of The Jordan Whitrock Show. If you made it this far, consider dropping a like, subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff. Thanks, Mike, for coming.
Yes,
and
Mike.
running our TD.
Put some steak on it.
As always. And yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's been an honor.
Sweet. And with that, we'll see you next week. Peace.
See you next week.